The sun's shining, so it's basket time. I must admit to being a bit lazy as far as the basket's concerned. I've still got last year's cropping. There's a bit of Nepeta there, some F1 nettles, geranium. I think them Ratchicum Swan River daisies, I think. But we'll do all them to the baskets first, and then we can start planting. In between the jobs I've been doing out the allotment, I've also changed 4 fence panels in my garden, and that involves ripping a load of foliage from the edge, which was a big ivy, well that was huge, a pyracantha which was about 15 years old, the trunk was about 8-inch diameter, 10-inch, and right at the very end there was a holly. I managed to get most of it all out and get the panels in all out in the process. A lot of the soil has got took up and plants disturbed and what have you, and I also need to reinstate the ring main of the automatic watering around the garden, but that's something we'll look at a bit later. For those of you that don't remember my video from last year doing the baskets, I use a piece of 6-inch plastic pipe about 2 or 3 inches thick. Put that down, it's a great place to hang the basket on, and it keeps it nice and firm. So you can then easily turn the basket round for working. I managed to save the liner again. Well, it was only new last year, so I should at least get 2 to 3 years out of it. So I've got my old water retaining bit of plastic in the bottom. And the soil, I've got most of the plants and weeds out of it. I broke it down into a crumble and popped it into the border to help top that up again. You may recall when I was planting my original buckets of potatoes up, I did add some water retaining gel. Well, after considering some comments what was left on the post regarding whether I should use it in an edible crop, I decided to change it. So rather than throw it away, I did bag it up. This is it here. So I'll be using this. I'll be adding a bit of bloodfish and bone and also some charge, and that'll be the mix for the hanging baskets. Just before we start planting up, I want to just share you with a couple of little bargains out from my own base yesterday. First of all, there's this little soil scoop, metal. I had 2 of those and they cost £1.11p each. That was a bargain. Moving over, the bargain of the day for me, got these solid plastic canes at 4 foot each. There's 6 in a pack and they cost £1.47 each, and I bought the whole lot, 11 packs. Fantastic value that is. They won't rot. Hopefully they'll last me forever. I'm about to start planting up now. I did sort the begonias out a few days ago, and I've put them into colour sections, so they're all the same colours here and there. So I want to try and do a basket with the same colour begonias. To soften the edges up around the outside, I'll be putting the few odd plugs in of lobelia. I've got a bit of bedding and also some trailing, so pop that round and hopefully it'll soften the edges up. But the start of the show will, I hope, the begonias. That's the first step done. I've just popped some bedding lobelia around here. I've got some trailing which I'll put in the top. Hopefully that'll cascade down. So I'll be putting those in next. So there we have the trailing lobelia around the top. Now it's time for the begonias. I've got a few of these orangey red begonias. These was from Van Mooin, I think is the company, and unusually the labels on the begonias have actually tied in with the colours of the flowers. Usually when I buy stuff like that, the flowers are nothing the same, nowhere near the colour that state on the label. But we'll put a few of these in and have a look what it looks like. And there we have it all planted up. I've just popped a bit of water in. Looks quite bare in the middle at the moment, but I think that'll fill out. I can't actually find another begonia with the similar coloured petals at the moment, but if I do, I might pop it in the centre. Anyway, I think it'll be alright as it is. All in all, Saturday the 28th, we've had some welcome overnight rain. If it holds off today, I'm hoping to carry on with the hanging baskets, but in the meantime, damps all early in the morning, ideal time for weeding. With that in mind, I just want to show this plot, and especially for Michael Jacobs. Mike had mentioned that in his parsnip bed he'd got a lot of weeds. Well, I took the cover off my bed last night, luckily, and it's got some rain in. But this is what you call weeds. Absolutely plastered, but fortunately all the parsnips have germinated. And as you can see, we've got these little drain pipe collars protecting the parsnip, so weeding this with the speedo, especially with the soil damp, is a matter of a few minutes, and you know quite well that the parsnips are not going to get damaged with the hoe. Just a few minutes of hoeing and all the weeds are lying on the top of the surface. As you can see from the collars, all the parsnips are untouched, no damage at all whatsoever from the hoe. So all that's left now is to collect these weeds up. I've got another little handy gadget here. It's a very narrow rake on a telescopic handle, and it's ideal for getting in between the beds and raking the weeds off. So that's the first row done. What I've done, I've raked all the weeds down to one end and popped them into a sieve, and there they all are. As you can see, not a parsnip was damaged or harmed in the making of this clip. Morning all, just doing my annual morning recce out the bathroom window over the plots. And it looks as though we've been visited by the scumbags again. Just going to have a quick look in my greenhouse first, because I've got two hanging baskets in there, and that's the easy pickings for sales on car boot. Looks as though the door's still open. Yeah, the baskets are still there. This is just, well, all the sheds on there are 6x4, and this is split down the middle as the door there. That's still locked. And that one's locked, although they have tried to rip the what's it off. This one is open. Wellingtons, that, nothing in there, gone, by the look of it. Wheelbarrow in there. I should take them obviously after stuff like rotivators and stuff like that. Yeah, well, they've even broke into the toilet. Can you believe that? They've forced their way into the toilet, the scumbags. There's still tools in there, canes. No, I should say it's definitely machinery them after. Yeah. Just checking the lock, and the gate is still locked, so it looks as though they've come over the fence somewhere. You may recall a few episodes back I did the little trial with the mycorrhizal fungi on the tomato plants. Well, as a result, I'm going to be planting them out soon. What do you think? Just look on the bottom of the... That there is plus mycorrhizal. And that's the difference, if you can see any. These are the Crimson Crush outdoor tomatoes, and I think it's about time they hit the beds. I've just pulled up the last of the spring cabbage, and I've decided now it's time to get the first potato reveal out the bucket, a bucket of Swift. So let's have a look what we've got. Okay, first one of 2016, it's a bucket of Swift, planted on the 23rd of the 2nd, so they've had a good 3 months. Take the old arms off the top. Oh, there's one, we've got at least one. Oh, there we go. One, 2, 3. So that's a haul off the first bucket. It's a normal seed tray. Swift potatoes, 4 tubers. To be honest, I was expecting a bit more than that, but I don't know. I've not got any scales with me. I'll take them in the kitchen, weigh them, and I'll add it on the bottom of the screen. So that's a variety of first early Swift. And there is £2 and 0.15 of an ounce, so it's £2. That's 12 Crimson Crush tomatoes. planted. Be interesting to see how they do perform, because they're labelled as 100% blight resistant. All I need to do now is add a bit of protection at the front and the back with some builder's mesh screening, and then maybe on the sides as well. That's a bit of wind protection put around them. All I'll do now is lay a sheet of glass over the top, and that'll have plenty of ventilation in. Well, about midday we've had a big delivery of horse manure, so I've decided to top my bins up. It took a long while. I'm still on the go, still nowhere near finished. I've ended up dumping it down by the bays, about 10 barrows at a time, and then I have a go at filling the bin up. I'll just show you what it's like. There's the fork there, just to give you an idea of the height. I've got a couple of stepping stones here. That's how far it is so far. I'll be probably about another half an hour topping this up. I will mound it up a bit high, put the black polythene over the top, and it will sink again, but I think this is about the third top up I've had of this bay, and by the come October it's beautiful stuff ready for the beds. All in all, join me on a bank holiday Monday. There's a bit of an update regarding the visitors we had yesterday. It turns out the guy who's got the end plot, who used to collect the rent, as he was leaving the plot about 10 to 11 yesterday, he drove out through the gate, stopped the car, got out the car to close the gate, and while he was closing the gate somebody jumped in, pinched the car, and together with the car they got the allotment keys, his house keys on. And that explains the situation where some of the stuff, especially the garage, had been opened without any signs of damage or forced entry, and they'd obviously used his keys to come back. The concern we'd got, now somebody's around here with a set of keys to the gates which will allow them access to get a vehicle in, and then they would be able to empty the sheds if need be for the tools and that to get away. So as a temporary measure, we've kept the original lock on there, as you can see. One of the guys has got a spare lock, but only a couple of keys, which is there. So last thing last night, at 9:45, I added the second lock on. So even if the scumbags did come back, they'd have to sort the other lock out as well. It's now just gone 5:15. I'm just going to remove the second lock, so it is still locked, but the normal plot houses can get in by just using their key. This is only a temporary measure. We'll have to sort something out in the bit later on. The end bay now is full of horse manure. Just put the lid on. The middle bay has still got some rotted stuff in, and the end bay, that needs topping up with fresh. So I'll be doing a few more barrows first thing to start the day today. I did give the whole plot a good watering last night with the house pipe, and everything looks nice and fresh. The old parsnips are doing well there, look. There's some sprouts ready. The sprouts are ready to go out. All in all, it's the last day of May today. I just spent the last half an hour trying to keep the sparrows off, taking the tops out to the peas. I'll just show you what I've been doing. This first couple of rows here early onward, and as you can see them really coming on now. The sparrows are trying to take the tops out the peas, so I've had to put a net over the best I can, and hopefully this will do the job. Now that I've got the last of the overwintering collies and cabbages out, I'm trying to get the bed ready now to get these sprouts in. Most of the bed is done, it's just a bit of weeding in there and then we can start planting. Okay, that's the bed all weeds out. I've firmed it up. It'll be interesting to see how this section performs because I haven't treated it with anything at all for potential clubroot disease. So let's see how this goes. That's the first row of 6 limed, 24 in total, so it's planting time. This variety here is called Trafalgar. It's an F1. I've grown it a few years and it's a really good, reliable cropper. That's the 24 Trafalgar sprouts planted out now. As you can see, I've put the net over the top of all the brassicas, although it's only temporary at the moment. And I've still got a few more plantings to do, but the plant's not quite ready to go out yet. Well, that's about another one put to bed. I just don't know where the time goes. In the next episode, I'll probably be planting out my sweet corn, sowing my last lot of peas, and probably bring some swede out as well. We'll see how it goes. So until next time, I'll see you later, and bye for now.